Oh.
Hey guys. Hopefully everybody can hear us today, see us today. It's hard to tell. We don't have the best signal today. So if you can hear us, see us, let me know.
Autumn says hi. Yeah, we don't have the best signal here, so we weren't sure whether or not to even try to go live tonight because of where we are.
Anybody hear us? Say yes, no, yes. Anybody? Uh-oh.
Well, that could be bad. We'll just have to sit here and drink our wine by ourselves. Mm. Loud and clear.
Oh, thanks. Finally, somebody.
Yes, yes,
Good.
yes.
All right. Well, we'll get started today. I'm in a little bit of pain.
He's got a backache.
So I'm gonna let Lisa take most of this one because well, we all know this one can talk, so I don't know
My
what she's
part
worried
is
about.
that it's Wind Down Wednesday, brought to you by Some Request Winery. This is Orlinda Gold, which is a peach sweet wine, which is my favorite. So that's what we'll be drinking tonight.
I see Ray and Lisa are in Louisiana, where they just sent us a picture not too long ago.
They're even Mexican
Ain't
without me.
Mexican,
I had hamburgers for dinner and they're having Mexican and margaritas.
so that's not real fair.
I got wine.
So, as you guys probably seen today, we did a poll on a couple different places to see if you guys wanted to go weekly or bi-weekly, and it looks like it's going to be bi-weekly. So, if we start doing these bi-weekly and everybody wants to get them weekly, then we can change it later. But for now, we're going to go bi-weekly to see how it goes. So, um, yeah.
That's all you got.
So I'm in pain, bad pain.
So let me tell you how Jimmy hurt his back.
Just getting out of this chair.
He stood up.
I'm getting old, guys. Getting old.
I mean, when you can't stand up off the sofa, you're doing something.
It takes me about 3 or 4 days to get back into it. So, but
It's been 2 days already.
John Kenny. So I see John
Kenny,
Kenny
did you
is
make it
here.
home?
He mooch docked in our yard yesterday,
Last night.
last night. So we went by there and had some dinner with them. He said he made it all the way to Hershey. Good job.
Cool.
So yes, we do have a spot there if anybody ever needs to mooch dock. If you're driving down 85 in Virginia area, we do have a spot there. If I'm not there, and even if we're there, you can still stop by. Just let us know. So
There's 30 amp and water.
30 amp and water. So if you need something, we have it there. Right off of 85. If you're going down south or going north or going wherever off of 460, we have a spot there for you. So if you ever need a spot, let us know. Hit us up, and we would be more than happy to let you guys stay there. And of course, if we're in the area, we will come by and say, hey.
And Jim White says we need to start playing pickleball.
There's no way in the world right now I can play any pickleball. There's no way in the world.
But maybe if you played on a regular basis, you'd be a little more in shape.
I don't even know right now if I can play pinball.
So my dad is a pickleball fanatic. Like he plays pickleball. He has come camping with us, and there's actually at this campground we're at, there is a huge pickleball. Like there's a guy that's, I won't say he's a professional, but he's pickleball Mike. That's what he does. He's in charge of like all the pickleball stuff, and they're serious about it. But Mike also teaches, like here at the campground, anybody that wants to learn. So did you play?
I played once or twice.
I played one time, but it's been a few years ago. So I'm sure with a couple of pointers I could play, but
so is anybody
not like you and Ann, because I know y'all like serious play.
So who has played pickleball? Give me the ones and the twos. 1 for yes, 2 for no. Are you guys big pickleball fans? Do you like pickleball? Let us know. I mean, because we've seen them. The Raising the Wildberries are here with us, and I guess she plays pickleball so hard that they actually broke their paddle. She was trying to glue it next door. I don't think glue on a paddle is going to work. So.
And John Kenny said he stole my dog. I know daggone well you didn't take my dog.
I don't think Emily's going to let you steal the dog. So that's just not going to happen. But we're going to go back into our meetups again. Don't forget we have our meetup in May at Endless Caverns. I think that's completely full booked, completely done now. So there is no booking on that one. We just got off the phone with Blue Water today. We have 5 people right now signed up for the Chincoteague in August. So if you guys want to come to Chincoteague, come out with us. It's right there on the Eastern Shore. We'd love to see you guys.
we are going, actually, the campground's not open yet in Chincoteague. It's opening, I don't know the date, but it's opening in June. But we are going next week on Tuesday for sneak peek. We're going to get some pictures and video. Maybe we'll pop some of those up for those of you that are interested in what it's going to be like.
Now I'm going to get some good footage up so you guys can see what it's going to look like. I'm also going to get some pictures of those back ends right on the water, because she said nobody's reserving. Going to make reserve because they're like 35 foot long. So I'm going to officially go out there and see exactly how long they are, see if the camper will fit on there. I mean, what's better
like,
to do right on the water?
Is the pad only 35 foot, which like then we would still fit? I don't know. Anyway, we're going to see in person what it'll be like, so then people can pick specific sites.
And then we have the big one in
Mechanicsville, Maryland.
No. The Keystone Toy Hauler Rally is no longer going to be the Toy Hauler Rally. So if you have a Keystone, you are invited to the Keystone Rally that we are co-hosting. That is
June 5th through 10th in Shipshewana, Indiana.
So we would love to see all you guys there. We've been fighting for a Keystone rally. They wanted to give it in sections, do the toy haulers, and then do the individual brands. Finally, we got them to switch our rally over from toy haulers to plain Keystone. So
now that doesn't mean that once we get enough people coming to the Keystone rally,
we won't spin off and do.
Then we can split out, later and do toy haulers, and different makes, models, whatever. But this time it's going to be anything Keystone. So if you're there and you've heard us talk about it and you want to go, it's going to be tours of the factory. So I know she'll try to do tours for specific brands. So if you had a Cougar or Montana or, whatever you might have, they're going to do factory tours. They're going to tour customer service.
We're going to do the innovation lab, which is pretty cool. One of Lisa's favorites. So you'll get to see some of the stuff that they're working on and doing
all
in
the
there.
Research and stuff.
They're supposed to have some newer campers there, so you can see some of the newer floor plans. I believe we're going through a Moride tour too,
yes.
Which would be pretty cool.
Which is another one of my favorite things.
So if you're Keystone, sign up for that one. That is on their website, the Keystone RV. So click there, go to the Keystone.
It's like
Rally,
an Eventbrite thing. It takes you buy the tickets. It is $700 for the 5th through the 10th, and that includes your parking for your RV and 2 adults.
All the tours and some meals.
Yeah, well, there was some question with some of the people were asking, was that per person or whatever? So that's for 2 adults. Then if you have kids or whatever that you want to bring extra people, you can. And I do not know off the top of my head the charge for that. But they're going to do some of the meals. You're going to have vendors there. You just kind of see the back end of how things work at Keystone, everything from customer service to the different factories. And there will be brand managers there for the different brands of campers that people would like, like the Fuzion guy will be there. All the toy hauler people will be there. And then depending on who signs up, they'll have different brand managers there. So if you've been dying to say, man, I wish you'd change the color of the interior, or sure, it would be nice if they would do this differently or that differently, the people that you're going to want to say that to will be there. So it'll be a good time.
And then our favorite one in October, which everybody seems to love, is going to be Sutler's Post. So we're hoping to see a lot of people there. So that's the boondocking one. You get to see the big Clydesdales, and we have a ton of fun. So make sure you're checking it out on our website, all our social media pages and all that kind of stuff. And make sure you get signed up because we want everybody there. So,
and yes, I know I need to send an email out about that. And I said I would, and I haven't forgotten. Just been a little bit busy, but
real work has been busy for her last couple of days. It's the first of the month, so she gets kind of busy on there. So
first of the month, and I didn't, but I know there's a full moon coming like today, tomorrow, because today was a zoo.
So back to you guys. What we started Wind Down Wednesday was we wanted to know what you guys have really done Sunday to Wednesday, and then what do you guys got planned from Wednesday afternoon till Sunday of next week. So it was just kind of, let's all talk a little bit, see where everybody is, how everybody's doing. Is anybody even camping right now? Let us know. There's 16 people on here right now. If you guys know of anybody, let your friends know that we're here. Let them know we're online right now. Get out your phones and just tell everybody to start watching. So
our neighbor 2 doors down, Tammy, stopped by yesterday. She watches us. She may or may not be on here this evening.
She was going fishing.
They were going fishing. So I don't know what kind of signal they might have down at the pond. But,
so give me a 1 if you are camping right now. I know Raising Wildberries are because they're right next door to us, so that doesn't count. But give us a 1 if you are, and 2 if you're not. Just let us know who is camping right now, and where are you? you don't have to tell us exact location, but are
But
you
like
East
we're in
Coast, West
Virginia,
Coast?
and and 1,000 Trails Park and the 1,000 Trails in Virginia decided last year they would close for the winter. Used to be throughout the winter they would only be open weekends. So this past weekend was opening weekend here, and I will say it's not as busy as I anticipated it being. What are you doing?
I'll just look and see what people are saying. There's a couple people in there. So.
Howdy, neighbor.
That's Autumn. She's next door. She doesn't count.
Oh, she does count. Uh-oh, Dawn's getting ready to hit the road.
Uh-oh.
It's that time. It's spring break, right?
It's spring break in this area here, so this place is pretty packed. We are in Gloucester over in Chesapeake Bay and 1,000 Trails, so we have seen a lot of people come by and go, hey, guys, we watch you guys. We follow you guys. So if we saw you today and waved to you, hey again.
This is one of our home parks, so when we're home visiting, so we tend to see more people that we know here just because we've been coming here for years.
We need some questions. I need you guys to help us out a little bit. Ask us some questions. What do you guys want to know? I mean, we're open for anything. Oh, there she is again. That's
a fair question, and I don't have an answer because I know how I want to handle it, but then I try to be nice because I want to be a nice neighbor. But how do you all handle people walking through your site? For example, the site that we got this time in 1,000 Trails, it's first come, first served.
We fight for this site quite a bit.
So we have tried many times to get this site, have never been able to get it. It's perfectly spaced. It's right on the main drag coming in. The music, when they have music on the weekends, is right across the street. We can pop our deck down and just sit out there and listen to the music and not even have to walk over. We have probably room to park a whole other camper. It's almost like it's 2 sites wide. So all week people cut through from the road to the road
and riding their bicycles through, which I don't care if they walk through here too much. I don't like it, but if they walk through, that's one thing. But when these kids are riding their bicycles through here at full speed,
what if they hit your camper or what if they hit your truck? What if, and like I had kids do dumb stuff and it happens and it's an accident. But why do parents not teach their kids not to walk through people's sites? And if you're the person that they're walking through your site, how do you handle that?
Let us know. Do you guys care if anybody walks through your sites? My main thing is I've seen people fall in campfires before. Can you imagine that we're sitting outside and this little kid comes running through, trips over your campfire and falls in the campfire and burns themselves just because they're not supposed to be there? So if you guys are on here, anybody's on here, just walk around. Just walk around.
Oh, no.
What?
Wife's on house arrest recovering from ankle surgery. That sucks.
I need to put you on house arrest.
Please. You're the one with the bad back. I'm still upright.
I understand that, Jim.
Right.
I understand.
So that's the thing. And then Autumn even stopped some kids the other day when we weren't here and said,
they were sitting on our picnic table.
Hey, you're not supposed to walk through other people's sites. And they were like, okay. And they walked out and then stood at the street and like glared at her. So I feel like it's probably not the kids. It's parents, and maybe parents don't know, or maybe they just don't tell their kids, but seems a little rude to me.
What is your pet peeves at the campground? What is the one thing you guys don't like to see? We did a video on this a long time ago on some of the.
Oh,
well, you know who it is.
So
now.
Yeah, because it's Dawn's husband. Oh my goodness.
So tell us some pet peeves that you guys have at the campground. Is it loud music? Is it music? People screaming, carrying on after 11, 12 o'clock? What is it? I mean, what kind of pet peeves you guys have at the campground? What do you like to see changed to make it more of an enjoyable experience? Yes, Lisa, the other Lisa. That's when they let the dogs out. Yeah, her dogs bark all the time.
But they keep people out of her sight.
Yeah, but then
it's a give and take. And then, yeah, what do you do? And I have a dog. She doesn't travel with us anymore, but we used to travel with 3. So I get it. So what do you do when your neighbors are gone half the day and their dogs are barking incessantly, like they won't stop, and they left them outside? It's just a question. Not pointing any fingers at anyone. I'm just saying, what do you do with that? And Lisa does not leave her dogs outside all day while she's gone. So
I'm not jealous, Lisa.
I'm not saying her. I'm just saying it's a question because some people don't have animals and they get aggravated about it.
Yeah, Jim, that's pretty nasty. We've seen that too, where somebody's washed out their black tank hose and left it on picnic tables, or we've seen them on the fire pits. We've seen them all over the place. Yeah, that's pretty nasty. Don't put your stuff on a picnic table. That's not what it's made for. And just funny thing, because we went outside today to eat, and I said, we're going to go outside today and eat. Lisa said, we need a tablecloth. And I said, I'm not putting a tablecloth on.
Tablecloth,
thanks, Jim. Now I'll probably put more tablecloths on.
Mm-hmm.
So thanks for that.
Because you don't know what's on that table.
And we have seen dogs on picnic tables, laying down and sitting down on the tables and all that kind of stuff. So,
and people's kids, like people walk all over those picnic tables, and then you just sit down and eat. They definitely need.
Thanks, Jim. I see you said you're welcome. I appreciate that. Lisa will like that. It's just, when you're full time and you're not here just for the weekend and you're coming through or whatever it is, it's just a lot of stuff to unpack. So the least amount I have to put out there, the better off I am. I know Lisa would love to set up a whole campsite out there with the chairs, and it make it look like a campsite all the time, but we're not always there.
If I could leave my patio down, if it were waterproof instead of water resistant, I would just set my back deck up, and I wouldn't care about the campsite. I would just set my back deck up and be happy out there. But rain and the deck don't mix, so
that's it.
Have to set the campsite up. And we need a rug. Who's on my side? Lisa's one. He's two.
We need a rug. Well, they're all going to go with you.
No. We keep the rug because it keeps dirt from coming inside.
But I sweep the camper anyway.
I know you didn't just lie to all these people.
I've never vacuumed this camper. I've never swept this camper. Yes, I do all that. You guys know I do that stuff. Mm-hmm. It's like the trash and the treasures.
Birds fly over them tables too, and you know what birds do?
Dan, you don't even eat at the table. What are you talking about?
John Kinney, there's talk about being them making waterproof ones.
We're working on that. We're trying to make
because they're making the inside, instead of it being wood, out of some kind of composite that it won't hurt if it gets wet. So that is a thing that's being worked on, but for now.
So any more questions? If you guys have questions, like I said last week, who is coming in my camper? What in the world is this? So look at this. So this is what happens when the neighbors come in.
Thank you, sweetie.
We have a tablecloth.
Jimmy got a tablecloth.
That's what happens when you have neighbors next to you. They're on live with
plastic.
You.
You can wipe it off.
Wow. So we got a gift. Thanks.
Raising wild berries.
So now we have a tablecloth. You can put it on there.
Emma brought you a tablecloth. It's got cactuses on it for prickly people.
You're prickly. Mm-hmm. All right. So like last week, if you guys have questions, put them all in caps. If you have something we need to see, put them in caps. That way we can see them a little bit easier. We want to get through as many questions as we possibly can for you guys. I know a lot of you guys we talk to every single day, and a lot of the questions we've answered for you. But
Jim says, how often do you wash your RV? Tiffany's on my side, by the way.
Of course, Tiffany's on your side. I'm not going to drink any more of your wine, Tiffany.
Lies?
How often do I want to wash, or how often I wash it? I would love to wash it at least once a month, twice a month if possible. When you're on the road, it's very hard to do, especially if you're a harvest host. Can't use your water, or if you're in a campground like this one, you're not supposed to wash it, but our neighbors were. You're not supposed to wash your camper according to their rules. So,
and some of them, not this one, but some of them, even if it's against the rules, if you ask, you can pay. Like they have an amount, like $25, $10, whatever, to wash your camper or your truck.
But we have ceramic coating on it, so the dirt really kind of falls right off of it. It doesn't take us long to do it. Well, of course, ceramic coating. I didn't realize how much.
Look at that, Bob Moses.
We have it ceramic coated, so it doesn't take us long at all. It takes us about an hour to wash this whole big old thing. But yeah, I would rather wash it, especially on the road a lot, depending on how dirty it is, twice a month if possible. But lately, it's been twice a year, and
it's not been twice.
Matt Moses is not happy with it because it needs to be washed more often.
So let me just say, based on the fact that we don't care for it the way we should, and it
still does an
looks
awesome job,
amazing. That's a definite plug for.
If you have a camper, you need to get it ceramic coated. You need to get it ceramic coated the right way, not just getting coated by the dealership. So, what's that question?
What was the automatic vent you installed? I don't know what that is.
I think we need one. By the way, I got the collapsible railing.
Yay! I'm glad you got the collapsible railing.
The vent. I don't know what vent you're talking about, Joyce. You need to let us know a little bit more about it. Maybe the black tank.
Maybe that's what she's talking about, because you put
roof
one on both the black tank vent Joyce?
If it's the black tank vent, it just came from Rec Pro. It's real easy. You just cut it off and you put the thing on top of it, and it's solar. It just
It's
runs,
where your
it
black
runs
tank
backwards. Yeah,
pipes.
she said yes.
Yeah, where your black tank pipes vent, just the little, that's just a pipe sticking up. It's a cap that goes on and it's got solar.
And it runs backwards, so it pulls
So
the
it
smell
sucks the
out.
smell out.
And it's been working great because.
So wrong.
So anyway, it works great. It doesn't. I mean, you don't need power. You don't need anything. It doesn't work at night, of course, when it's dark outside. But when it's light outside, the solar pulls it right on up. So it's on Rec Pro. You can go on our pages and find that. And if you really need, if you can't find it, let us know, and I'll tell you what the exact name of it is. But I don't remember what it is. So
I think it's like a solar. I don't know.
Solar vent, something. The video's out there. Everything's on that video. So back to videos. We need some ideas on what you guys need us to do some videos on. If you guys need something on video, DIYs, something. We're running out of ideas because somebody wants to stay put a little bit more. So it's hard to do campground tours if we're in the same campground for 2-3 weeks. When we're running from place to place to place, it's hard to get stuff in between. So it's kind of hard to do everyday life as we're traveling. And a lot of people don't care about what we're doing every single day. A lot of people want to know why, what, how, and when type of
Everybody
thing.
wants something different. So
we're needing some help on some ideas of what videos we can create for you guys. We want to get the YouTube channel going, and we want it to be informative for you. So a lot of people like the tours, so you guys can see what the campground looks like before you guys get there.
I don't think I've ever done a tour of this camper.
But it's camper. I was talking about the camper. I was talking about the campground.
Oh, my bad.
But yeah, the campground. So general maintenance.
We don't do maintenance.
We don't do any of that.
I was just kidding.
We just try, man.
No.
Well, give me some ideas, Jim. What kind of general maintenance are you looking at? I know you guys have Class A.
So different for you than for us.
But yeah, I mean, we're just trying to come up with some different ideas, keep you guys more entertained on the videos. We have a couple more coming out.
Some gadgets.
Some good. Yeah.
We have to film. We have a gadget to film, but somebody hurt their back and they haven't been able to come out and film.
It's tough.
Maybe tomorrow he'll feel better and he can record. How do you order? Hey, Brian Smoot. Get the black spotting off the PVC roof.
You know, I've always had troubles with that. You can get some stuff that's more abrasive, but I'm always afraid of it eating the rubber roof or the PD roofs. Plus, I have ceramic on it, so I don't like that stuff dripping down the sides. So all I basically use is some Dawn dish soap and a power washer that usually gets it pretty clean. So.
But what's that stuff? Somebody talks about, it's like Incredible.
Yeah, but you get it from the Dollar Tree or Dollar General.
Everybody
whatever it
talks about it.
But if anything works that great, I think it's going to eat into some of it.
I think it's concentrated,
side,
and you're supposed to use just a little teeny bit.
Yeah. So,
but the black streaks on the roof is what leaves the black streaks down the sides of your rig. So it's important to get them off. So, like he said, Dawn is what we use.
But we have so much solar up there now; it's even getting harder and harder to clean around.
You have to clean the solar, and you can't really clean under it very well. It's a hot mess.
But don't use a really strong power washer and go down into it. It will cut into that rubber roof. So just when we power wash anything, we just barely just wipe it off with it.
Autumn says, how to organize all the things when you're full-time, what should go into pass-through storage and what goes into the camper.
Hey, John Kenny and his wife are really good at how to organize stuff in your camper when you're traveling. They were coming to our house yesterday, and I think it took them 2.5 days to pack everything up because she packs it so tight. Just picking on you, Rhonda. I know you're there. But Lisa does a great job on organizing it. She's the packer.
Our pass-through storage, can I just say,
very small,
is about this big. So there's not a lot going on there. I don't even think it's big enough to get a MORI drawer in. We're supposed to check on that next time we're in Indiana because it's so tiny. But I will say this, full time, when we first hit the road, we took everything we thought we needed, everything we knew we needed. Let me just say that. And what I try to do now every time we're home is go through and be like, we haven't used this. We have not used this since I put it in the camper. It's either going in the trash or it's going in the house, depending on what it is. Like, I'm not going to throw a good crock pot away or, whatever.
Let me tell you how Lisa works. So we talk about this all the time. We're at the max. We're right there, 19,800 pounds at our 20,000 pound limit. So She puts this in, and we're overweight. And then she comes out and she
Literally,
buys this.
I'm gonna buy these 2 little wine glasses. Listen, they're plastic. 2 of them. I'm gonna get these for the camper. They're plastic. They won't break. They're tiny. They don't take.
You got to get rid of 2 things.
You have to get rid of something, because if you add weight, you have to take it out. So you don't have to be quite so extreme as that. But when you're gonna hit the road full time, you need to think about what you really, really, really need and what you don't. And there's going to be things that even after you're on the road for a minute, you go, yeah, I thought I needed this. I couldn't live without it. I don't need it anymore. Can I just say I have in the pantry a waffle iron that I was so tickled with, because it's like a 3-in-1. It's a waffle iron, and you can change the plates, and it's a panini press, and you can change the plates and open it flat, and it's a griddle. And we never use it. We did when the kids would go with us, because they would eat waffles and we would cook bacon on it for multiple people. So it's time to go. But now that we're back in the home zone, I should probably take it and leave it at home, because we don't use it. Last time we were home, replace it with something else. Last time we were home, I traded the crock pot, because we never used it, for the Instapot, because I said I could use that as a crock pot as well. And we have used that a couple times since we put it in. But it's all about, when you're going to hit the road full time, what do you really need versus what do you just want to take with you? And then it makes it a lot easier to find space for things, because. So as far as seasonal items, also Autumn, is it Autumn that's talking about that? Yes. Autumn talked about that. That's another debate for us. She wants to have, I don't think no. So here's spring, summer, fall, and all that. So basically, we have a loft above our toy hauler section. And Autumn has it too. We use it for storage. That's where we put a lot of our seasonal stuff up there. So we have the Easter truck right back there, and we have a couple things over here. She is going to switch those out whenever Easter is gone, and the next. But I try to do like a decorative pillow that I can get the pillows, and then just buy covers for them, because storing different seasonal covers takes up less space than lots of decorations. And you could put a couple pillows on your couch and it looks like fall or spring or whatever. And 2 little pillowcases don't take up a whole lot of room. So little stuff like that. I don't have huge decorations for seasons, just because just takes up its weight. It's weight, and we don't have to have it. So light, small things. So Jim also said to do some videos on novice RVers and beginners or beginners. We try to do that. We've done a lot of how to hook up water, how to hook up sewer, what to do with your power, how to hook up your TPMS and all that kind of stuff. We've done a lot of those videos. Maybe we can come back and maybe redo some of them now that we have a little more experience under our belt to build some. So, but yeah, any ideas you guys have, anything you guys hear out in the campgrounds that somebody says, you know, I wish somebody would tell us how to do this. I wish somebody would tell us how to do that. Just shoot us an email. Let us know that you heard that. And it might be a good video for us to do. You can do a video on on-demand hot water. Who is that? Autumn. It's a thing, guys. It's tough. On-demand hot water is tricky. It's amazing. It's been really great for me last 2 or 3 days with a backache, because I've been able to sit there with the hot water on my no, it's no princess. I'm not princessing for there, but you can let that hot water run in your back for 15, 20, 30 minutes and been loving life. So hot water heater is nice. It's just the hot water on demand is nice. It's just tricky. But you could do a video on it, because it really is about setup. Most people, not all, because I know there are people that legit have had problems. They've gotten a bad water heater, that kind of thing. But there is kind of a, once you learn it, it makes sense and it's easy. I know you're there, Rhonda. That's why we said that. This woman, we went in her camper. Lisa's got some video. I think she's going to do a reel on it. Of how some people really pack and travel. It shouldn't take you 2 to 3 days. We love you, Rhonda, but it shouldn't take 2 to 3 days. But wait a minute. In all fairness, so we have things strategically placed. We have the museum putty, heavy duty Velcro, command strips, whatever. So when we travel, we don't have a lot of things that go in places. Just a handful. I think I talked about last week. A handful of things go in the sink. The rest of the stuff just stays where it is. Rhonda, on the other hand, they summer in New Hampshire, they winter in Florida. So they're really only packing up and moving a couple times a year. And they're full time and they're campers. So all of their things that they put out, like pictures of the kids, the grandkids, they're big Disney buffs. So they have some Disney stuff going on. They don't have to move it every week. So it doesn't have to be, oh, we need to be able to quickly pack up and move. They only do it a couple times a year. So when she does, she wraps things and packs things and gets them all together for the big trip so that they don't get broke because she's nervous. And that's fair. And she travels differently than we do. So she has to pack things differently than we do.
If you guys can do me a favor, we're at that 30-minute mark already. That was fast. If you guys can all hit that like button, there's 10 likes right now. We've got 25 people on there. YouTube likes that for whatever reason. They just want to know that you guys are here and you're watching us. So if everybody can just hit that like button down there. I know some of you guys are watching on TV, but hit the like if you can. That gets YouTube excited and they keep pushing us. So I see Carl is here.
But Carl said, try the magic eraser mop. So Brian Smoot, right? So Brian, somebody told me that the magic eraser mop. 6 people just
hit the thumbs up. Thank you guys. That was quick.
Somebody told me that the magic eraser mop is awesome for awnings as well because it's a mop. So it's on a handle. I've never been able to find one. I can find magic erasers all day long. I've never been able to find the mop, but I heard that it does great on awnings. But Brian Smoot, Carl's saying try it on your roof. So, and Brian, if you find one, let me know where it is because I want to go get one. And I know you're in my area. So if you can find it, I can find it.
I'll even let you, Brian, if you get it, I'll let you practice on mine. And
you can get it and I'll pay you for it.
No. Brian,
you can go. I want to imagine.
You can go up on a roof and you can check it out. We'll do a video on it. We'll show everybody.
There's an obstacle course up there with all
like I said, Brian, if you want to try it, I'll cook you a steak dinner.
Oh, he does like to cook. He likes to cook.
Or you can do it and cook me a steak dinner. That's even better.
And so Tiffany says campground. So do y'all like campground tour videos? I know Tiffany does. That's how Tiffany found us because she was trying to go to the Keys.
She found our Keys video. So that's how she found us. We found her. Now we're her.
Now she's got me drinking
second
wine.
Favorite harvest host. Second.
I have different favorites. It's like your kids. You don't have a favorite. You have a favorite kid when you're doing this or a favorite kid when you're doing that. So she's your favorite harvest host when you're looking for wine and hanging out with friends.
I'll let it slide.
Sutler Post is your favorite harvest host when we're hanging out with animals and hanging out with
you
friends.
guys got to come to
they're
that
two very
one.
different places.
I actually have her coming down to that
two
one.
Very
so
different places,
she'll get
but
to
they're
see
awesome people at both of them.
The two favorite harvest host people will be together. So that'd be pretty cool. So
oh, that would be a good idea, Autumn. How to you moved it now. I can't see it.
I'm so sorry. Where are we?
Up here. Transition from being vacation mode to being a lifestyle. Yes, vacation mode can be very expensive. And when it's your lifestyle, I think a lot of people, I don't think we did too bad about it, but I think a lot of people do, at least you'll see them talk online, that they start the first year in their RV full time. And oh my God, it was so expensive because they can't get out of vacation mode. And you can still go all, so that's, everybody says I'm cheap. I had a viewer tell me I'm not cheap. I'm consistently frugal. So whatever you want to call it, that is one of the reasons that we do memberships where I try to stay as cheaply as possible. And don't get me wrong, I'm all about meeting a friend at a resort every once in a while, but I try to stay as cheaply as possible because I want to spend my money.
She's cheap.
I want to spend my money doing fun stuff.
She's cheap.
I don't want to spend $100 to sleep in my camper. My camper's the same no matter where it's sitting. So when I'm inside, it's no different if I'm at a Walmart parking lot or I'm at some fancy RV resort. My RV is my RV. And if I can stay like in Thousand Trails, I'm staying for free essentially because my membership's paid. And then I have money to go, whether it be go out to dinner or go to Busch Gardens, an amusement park, something like that. I have my money to spend on doing fun stuff versus spending hundreds and hundreds of dollars on campsites. But I also have friends that only stay at RV resorts and that's what they like. So it's all about your personal preference.
Tiffany, you want to know if you can pressure wash your roof before you install the new rubber roof. I know where you're going with this, with that camper you guys are working on down there. I would pressure wash that and try to get everything off.
Just don't dig a hole in it.
Don't dig a hole in it, but I would make 100% sure you do it when there's no rain coming around and make sure it's 100% dry before you put that new rubber roof on there. So yes, I would pressure wash it and get all that off so it has something good to come to.
I don't know who that is, Clements. I would like a weekly fishing report from the campground pier. Let me just tell you, at this campground, I have never caught a fish off the pier here. Never. My kids caught
a bird,
like a heron or a pelican or something off the pier one night because they slung it out and the bird was flying by and the weights wrapped around it and they had to untangle it and let it free. It's the only thing any of us have ever caught off that pier. So My
I
fishing
don't
report.
do a lot of
The
fishing.
fishing report off the pier here is not going to be great. Now in the pond, we've caught a couple of fish, but never anything off the pier. So that's my fishing report.
I'd like to see a campground drive-through tour interested in level or semi-level sites, low hanging trees, cell signal, 3 major carriers. Yeah, we usually do that in most of ours. We always forget about the cell service. We forget about the talking to you guys. If I can get my 13-foot 6, 45-foot camper through the campground, we let you know. And if we can't get it through there, we also let you know. So that is a lot of times part of our videos. If we don't say it in our video, that means we didn't have a problem. And maybe we probably should say we didn't have any issues or problems coming through here. But as far as cell service, we have AT&T, and we will usually say we had terrible service if we had it. So,
and I will say here, it's hit or miss. I mean, I know we're not doing a review of this part. It's hit or miss in this area though. And so we have AT&T and we have enough signal that we're doing this live. But earlier today, I was struggling to work on my laptop. So, and I think a lot of that depends on how many people are hitting it, right? Too many people are trying to use it up at the same time.
Right now we have spring break, so a lot of kids are on the internet right now around here. So I think things are slowing it down a little bit. So, John Kenny, do you filter your water? No.
We don't drink our water.
I probably should, just so I don't get a lot of trash into the lines. But it's just a pain in the butt for me to get that filter out, hook it all up, get the water through, and change the filter out, because when I take that 30-minute shower with that hot water on demand, we go through the water so fast. So no, we don't do it. We do carry water on board, and
we carry bottles of water. I have been contemplating
the Berkey.
A Berkey, and
you guys like the Berkey? Let us know who has Berkeys.
I'm going to give you my stance on the Berkey. I think it's a lot of money, and I know it's very slow, and it just wasn't worth it to me until my friend Lisa Weinbarger told me she has a little one, because it's just the two of them and it's just the two of us. And I forget what I don't know, maybe it's called little, I don't know, but it's the smaller one, whatever it's called. And Berkey has a blemished, like a scratch and dent aisle. They have a blemished section.
Junk section.
And it tells you where the blemish is. And you can save like $60, $70, $80 because it's got a little scratch on it. And I could care less if it has a scratch on it.
It's going to get a scratch on it anyway.
And hers, it even told them where the scratch was. Like it said it was on this part, not like circled or anything, but in the description, none of us could even find the scratch. So I am contemplating a small Berkey for our drinking water so that we don't always have to be buying bottles of water. But we typically don't drink the water in the camper, so it's all good. There was something up here I had a question about. Somebody talking about refrigerators. He said, Cox, what gets put in the fridge and what doesn't? Ketchup does not go in the refrigerator. I'm not changing my mind on that.
So let's do a poll on that one.
Ketchup doesn't go in the refrigerator.
Ketchup in the refrigerator?
Nobody wants
yes
cold
or
ketchup.
No?
Nobody wants cold ketchup on hot food.
What about mayonnaise? Mayonnaise is cold.
Mayonnaise.
Hot food.
I don't eat mayonnaise.
Oh, so you eat it. So that makes a difference.
Okay, so let me just go ahead and on record and say, when ketchup, back in the old days, when ketchup came in glass bottles, I think it might still somewhere, it did not say you had to refrigerate it. When it started coming in plastic bottles, I don't even know if it says it has to be or if it says refrigeration recommended. I don't know, but I grew up eating ketchup that's kept in the cabinet. It was not cold, and I do not want cold ketchup on my food. Turns out I don't really eat like ketchup anymore anyway, but that's my stance on what needs to go in the refrigerator and what doesn't. Oh, boy.
Let's see, we got too far behind now. She likes to talk a lot.
Whatever.
Wouldn't let me hit the like button. Well, hit it. You can't hit it twice, Jim. If you hit it twice, it goes back to that way. So don't hit the like button twice. What is the best thing to use on the RV to get rid of black streaks on the sides? We just use wash. I mean, every camper we've had for the last couple of years has always been ceramic coating, so that stuff comes off real quick. But when we had older campers, we just bought some RV wash, and I just washed it, and it came off pretty well.
Dawn, the black streaks are coming from the dirt on the roof.
Or the roof, or in your gutters. Make sure your gutters are cleaned up too.
So we used to have a guy that washed all our fleet vehicles for our business. And he did the RV one time. And I said, these black streaks. And he said, they're coming because your roof is dirty. You need to clean the roof and clean the gutters out. And when you keep those things clean, it helps keep the streaks off the sides.
Rhonda, You're welcome for the mooch talking anytime.
Anytime. You're more than welcome. Anytime.
I'm trying to get your husband back and do some maintenance of my house. John. My house.
John's booked.
John's booked.
Uh-oh. We're going to do steaks, wine, and whiskey in Williamsburg.
We'll be there next week.
Tiffany, you want to come on up for that?
We'll be there for that. What's the bucket list area to camp in the next 2 years that you have not been? I'm going to leave that to you.
Well,
that you have
in
not
a camp
been. Does it have to be
that I have never camped at? Because I really want to go to Yellowstone, and I've been to Yellowstone, but not camping. We were there and we drove through one day, and that was it. We've never camped in that area, so I really, really want to do that, and I really, really, really want to go to Maine.
There you go. That's our bucket list for the next 2 years. So
Maine and Yellowstone, they're really close to one another.
We're trying to get to Maine this year. We've been trying for the last 2 or 3 years to get to Maine, but life happens and we don't make it. So
see the Cottywomple say have a Berkey.
Our goal is to get to Maine next year. So if anybody wants to go with us to Maine, let's see if we can push her up there so she can finally get.
I want to go. I just run out of time because you don't want to go when it's snowing. And I want to go. I don't know. So if anybody has an opinion, people say it's great to go in the summer, but then people say, no, you want to go in the fall so you can see the leaves. So I'm kind of torn. The only way I think I might can do it is between. I don't even think I can do it this year. The problem is we're supposed to go to Hershey in September and we have the meetup in October in Maryland. So there is 3 weeks. We might could do a quick trip up and then maybe do a quick trip up in the fall. Then maybe next summer we could go and spend some actual time.
Lisa Weinbarger says the Brita won't filter the Gloucester water. It's still gross and slimy.
The water here is horrible, isn't it?
Pool noodles help keep fridge shelves in place. We use pool noodles for a lot of different things.
I've never used them in the fridge, but that's a good idea.
Yeah, we did.
I use them in my microwave because it keeps the tray from bouncing all around. Amazing idea. I don't know who told me that, but it was a great idea. But it would work in the fridge too.
I'm sure it was me.
I'm pretty sure it was me.
Autumn says ketchup goes in the fridge. It says on the bottle to refrigerate after open for freshness. You don't use it that long.
Right. But restaurants don't put it in the fridge. It just doesn't last as long. That's all. Doesn't have to go in the fridge.
Butter on the counter. Yes, I like butter on the counter. I like soft butter when you get a piece of bread or a toast or something like that.
Rhonda, somewhere else, somebody told me to put the noodles is you slit it, lengthwise and put it in your shower door in the track, just in case your doors come unhooked, keeps them from sliding open. I'm pretty sure you have doors like that in your shower. So
how do we clean the roof and the gutters? I think we talked about that before. I don't know if you said it afterwards. I just basically use a soft bristle brush up top.
Say that 3 times fast.
And use Dawn on top of it. And the gutters, basically, I just used a power washer, real easy, and just power wash them out. You can tell whether or not they're clean or not. Maine and Yellowstone are
both amazing. Algonquin would be great. You're going to go with us, John Kinney?
John Kinney's not going anywhere.
Oh, there you go. Who asked that? Dawn. Bill says the magic eraser works on the black streaks too. So magic eraser really is.
There you go. So it's not like everybody needs to get. It's not like everybody needs to get some stock and some magic eraser.
Late summer in Maine.
We're in it on our list for next year as well. Cottywamples.
Well,
everybody seems like Maine, so hopefully we can get up there to Maine and see some different
mosquito
areas.
Repellent. Yeah,
I have mosquito repellent for around the campground. I have no problem with that part of it. So, August in Maine.
Shower noodle. Beautiful beaches in Algonquin. I'm just going to have to go to Maine. August is Maine time. John Kinney, you going with me to Maine in August?
No.
We can't go in August. We have a meetup. We have an ambassador meet at the beginning.
Maybe next year.
And a camp out.
We'll get a camp out in Maine next year. So
there's an idea.
We're working with Blue Water. I know everybody doesn't like Blue Water, but I'm working with them a lot. We have a big meeting with them on Tuesday down at the Chickateek, and we're going to try to talk to them on giving us some great deals on some things. So maybe they have one up in that area we can get to, or if anybody knows of any other campgrounds in that area that would love to host us,
there's several people up for Maine next year. The Whites, the Kennys. I know those berries would go. I know the Weinbargers like it. Think it's going to be a thing.
Well, I'm trying my best to start getting year-out campouts now. So I'm hoping at Endless Caverns we'll be able to announce where our next one's going to be, and I'm hoping with the next one everything's going to be so you guys will know where they are. So hopefully we can get up that way. So
all right, cool.
So we're starting to get some people interested in that area.
Meet up in Maine 2024.
There
you heard
you
it
go,
here
Tiffany.
first, Tiffany.
So we're going to try to get one up there, see if what we can get. You guys don't let me down. If I get one there, you guys got to show up. So
yeah, Kenny's are in. Uh-oh. Nelson's are in too.
I need y'all's help also if you guys know of any campground owners, managers, if you guys are out and about somewhere. It looks like a great place for a meetup, a camp out that will hold 75 to at least to 100 RVs, big enough RVs for everybody. Talk to them, give them our email. We're trying to find some places you guys will really enjoy. It's not all about us, it's about you guys. So if you can find the places that everybody loved when we went down to Tennessee, but Tennessee went up like $25 a night,
which is crazy,
which is ridiculous. And I just told them we weren't going to go that high. So
here's kind of the requirements.
Rhonda is starting to pack now to go to Maine 2024.
Stop, John Kenny. That was mean. So for us to have a camp out there, depending on how big it is, like, I mean, we don't have to have 100 people. The campgrounds want you to have as many as you can. But if we found a nice little campground and we get 30 sites, we get 30 sites and we can do that. But we need there to be enough sites that are big enough, regardless of your rig size. So whether it's a big Class A or a big toy hauler, we can't go somewhere that all their sites are only like 25 feet long. That's not going to work. And we need some place that, depending on the size of our group, has either a building like they have at Endless for those of you that have been, or at least a covered area that's big enough to house however many people we need to have space for. So that's why we love Endless so much, because if it is to rain, we still can bring the cornhole in and everybody can get under cover, and rain doesn't stop the activities for the day. So that's what we're looking for. So if you're out there and you find a campground or you hear of one, those are kind of the things we need to make it a successful camp out.
Don't be afraid to talk to them and let them know about us, because we have some campgrounds now starting to reach out to us. So just give them our name, our email.
Safe travels, Jiminy.
I can give you guys some cards or whatever if you guys need cards, but help us out trying to find some places, because it's all about the friendships for all of us. So that's why we built FindUsCamping. That's why we built all these camp outs. So,
oh my God, you paddled 68 miles?
Who?
Brian Smoot.
I don't believe that.
Tent camped.
Maybe down water.
Paddled 68 miles.
Down water, downwind, down.
I'm gonna have to get my shoulder fixed before I paddle 68 miles.
Any particular part of the country? No, actually, this is where we're thinking about doing. We want to be East Coast certain times. We would love to do 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 across the country. I don't know if we're going to be able to get it all the way over there right away. So if we can do 1, 2, 3, and then move over a little bit. Yes, we have a lot of followers that want us to do one out west, but getting everybody out west is kind of tough. So we're trying to build our way over. So we're trying to go to East Coast to the Midwest and then start moving. So no, there isn't really a set stone. As long as I got some of you guys coming over to help us.
14, maybe. Okay, that's a little more, because everybody's got energy at 14.
What?
He paddled all that when he was 14.
You still went downriver, man. You didn't. There's no way. You had the paddles in your arm like this, and you just went
about when you're 14,
68 miles.
14, and you're a boy. You're trying to show everybody how big and tough you are.
Like this. You have to prove it to me, buddy.
We don't have anything planned in Tennessee again as of yet, Tiffany.
Not yet.
That doesn't mean we couldn't do it next year.
Well, like I said, if you guys can shoot us an email, finduscamping@gmail.com, let us know where you guys want to go. That helps us kind of get some ideas, because, I may say, let's all go to West Virginia, and everybody goes, well, I don't want to go to West Virginia. I'd rather go to Tennessee or Florida or Maine or whatever it is. So if I can get some ideas from you guys, don't be afraid to email us. That's what the email's there. We read all the emails. We respond to all the emails. Let us know where you want to go.
And I know I'm behind on sending out emails.
She's very far behind. Very far behind. Your place, Tiffany, 25. I don't think her place is going to hold 25 campers.
No, probably not.
Boondocking, maybe.
If we got creative and the winery was not open, maybe. We could park in that field.
What do you think? What do you think, Tiffany?
But
She's calling. She's calling you out right there.
25 might be a bit much. But we could do a small little get together though.
We all got to put up with Bobby if we go to Tiffany's though.
You know you love Bobby.
He's like a little shoot.
He's my work husband.
Yeah. I think Tiffany's gone now. She all of a sudden when you said 25 campers, she signed.
No,
off.
we did like Tennessee. We liked the area. We liked the campground, and they gave us a good the pricing was fair. And then they were like, yeah, we can do it next weekend. And we tried to plan a weekend that wasn't during their busy time, and still it was like $20 some per night they went up. That's quite a huge jump all at once. And some people would be willing to pay that, but a lot of people wouldn't. So we were trying to.
She's trying to escape her place.
What?
Tiffany, so I'm trying to escape the winery. All right, guys. The poll kind of went to every other week to try to do this. So we would love to see as many as you guys can every other week if we can get everybody, if we can get internet strong enough to do what we need to do, because we really kind of enjoy this. Lisa didn't think she was going to like this as much after the first live last week. I said, what do you think? Fun. And she said, that was fun, but that went quick. I mean, it was actually a fast hour. So,
well, it's funny because I was like, what if nobody shows up? Then what do? Then you're just sitting there talking to yourself or to one person. And then I was watching the clock and it was going slow. And then I looked up and it was like 50 minutes in. So
if you guys can, when we post it not next week, but the week after, please share it with everybody. I would love to see 100 people on here. That's our goal in the next 4 weeks, is to have 100 people on our lives. Just try to help everybody. That's all. That's what we're all about. So
it makes my heart happy that all of you are chatting back and forth, and that so many of you know each other now, and that you met each other at our campouts. I just need to say that makes me happy. And Autumn, we still have some liquid courage from last time we were in Tennessee. But nice. I will have it at the barn party.
The barn party. Here we go back to the barn party. Everybody needs to get to that barn party. So we need your all's help to really, really share that barn party out. So 50 people at that barn party would be sweet.
A grass cutting demo.
Oh, who's that?
Try not to do that.
Who said that?
Bill, I can't murder that name. Frankowski.
Oh, no, we don't do any more grass cutting.
Joyce says yes on the liquid courage.
30 years of grass cutting. No. The liquid courage. Yes. Maybe get some liquid courage and I'll show you how to grass cut. But yeah, it's just too many years grass cutting. I'm finished with it. I was
share pictures where Brandon's cutting our grass.
I was supposed to cut the grass last week when we were at home, and
thank God Brandon cut it for us, because he was going to do it when we went home yesterday, and his back, there's no way he could have gotten on the mower yesterday.
An Oak Alley rallying foot. They don't have no spots for us, John. They're too busy for 7,500 people in Oak Alley. We love Oak Alley. But I would love to do a rally at Oak Alley, either in January right before the Tampa show or in February right after it. I would be awesome. So John Kenny, that's your job. You just signed up. You talk to Kim and Grant and see if we can get that set up, but I don't think he can hold 50, 75 RVs there for us. So wild berries, I will definitely bring the Hawaiian rolls for the barn party. Uh-oh. What? I'll talk to them. Funny stuff. Yeah, okay. I hear you. So before we close out this one, we got 7 minutes left. Does anybody have any quick questions that we might be able to answer for you guys? 2.5 years on the road every day, living the life, living the dream, as everybody calls it. Sometimes it's not a dream, as you guys can see in San Antonio. San Antonio, we got broken into. It's a dream. On the way from San Antonio, I'm gonna give you guys, since you guys are here, there's only 22 left. We broke down, or the trucks try to break down coming from Texas back. Skip the broken into. Broke down. It didn't break. We still got home. We got home. Truck got in the shop and it got fixed. So, yeah. But it's just a reminder. It could always be worse. Just on the road is tough. And that's why we like to travel with other people. And once again, I keep going back to that's where FindUsCamping came from. FindUsCamping, let's all travel together. Let's go down the road together. Because stuff happens on the road and it's better to have people with you. But it is nice to have people that when you leave and you're on the way home, they tell you, if you don't make it, call, we'll come get you. See you too, Lisa. We love you guys too. Have a good night and enjoy your margarita and your Mexican food. And Mexican food.
We'll
So
see you soon enough, though.
we'll see you guys half of you guys we'll see in just a couple weeks. So
It'll be good fun.
if you guys are here in Gloucester right now, we're here till Sunday. Make sure you stop by and say hey if we're outside. She's looking up something.
Yeah, I'm looking when we're going to be. What's today? The 5th, 2 weeks.
Yeah, we can probably we might.
So
be
we will have to do a live at Endless. So those of us that will be there early, that'll be a live week if we have enough signal. So that Wednesday will really be live. We'll have people with us be live.
We can have all you guys there live with us.
Yep, that's in 4 weeks.
So, but anyway, guys, we do appreciate everything you guys have helped us along the way. We appreciate all your support you give us. Listen to us ramble on, sometimes about nothing. But let us know what you want to hear. Let us know the content you want us to create. We're here for you guys. If there's something you want to know, something you want to learn about, if there's a partner out there that we need to find for the mobile showroom that will help you guys get discount codes and work out things for you guys, let us know.
And yes, Joyce, caravan to and from Maine sounds amazing. And Carl, holy crap, are you serious? Are you serious right now? So I guess they're not going to total it. They're going to fix it if you're still waiting on Lippert.
That's sad. I told you shouldn't have bought them.
I'm not excited.
If it was a Fusion, it wouldn't have fell apart like that.
You can't say that, but I'm excited that you got a new rig. I'm sorry that you had to get it that way, but I am interested to hear about it when we see you next, because it's been quite the ordeal.
Magic Eraser partnership. We might look at that place to see if we can find somebody that.
Hey, that would be good.
Got something for you to do tomorrow.
I do not know if T-Mobile works here in Gloucester. Lisa Cox, the other one, do you know? Or Autumn?
Somebody. Anybody using T-Mobile while they're here in Gloucester?
Lisa Weinbarger, do y'all have that? They're gone.
Lisa's gone.
I do not know if T-Mobile works here. I know our AT&T is kind of hit or miss.
Verizon's hit and miss too, so.
But if I do find out while we're here, I'll email Dawn and let her know.
Autumn said she asked around and they said T-Mobile was no good.
No to T-Mobile. Which is sad because that's T-Mobile's been the one. T-Mobile and Starlink seem to be the ones
I haven't seen a whole lot of
the
Starlinks
full timers
around
are using. I haven't seen any Starlinks here. But anyway.
One last question. Who's got the last good question? All caps. Got 19 people still on here. So give me one good question. I got 3 minutes to answer it.
Careful what you ask for.
Hurry.
Autumn's got good service with Verizon.
Well, good. I'll just use your hotspot.
Ours is not too terribly bad in the campground. Again, it's hit or miss, but I'm going to tell you what. If you go down into Urbana, nothing works down there.
Can I pull your gray tank? Yeah, gray tank's nothing. I don't mind pulling a gray tank. I'm not touching your black tank.
Oh, you wouldn't help her with her black tank?
Not today. Maybe tomorrow.
He can't pull anything. You know his back hurts.
Italian or Mexican?
Oh, well, John Kenny.
I'm Italian, so
Mexican.
I gotta go with Italian.
We're house divided. I mean,
both. There's nothing better
than
some Italian sausage and some pizza or something like that.
If we're going to Dante's for pizza, it can be Italian.
Pina colada or margarita?
Margarita, hands down. I don't like pina coladas. You're too sweet.
I don't like either one of them, really.
One
more question.
Brian Smoot, margarita, blood orange margarita at Jose Tequila.
Maybe when you're in Williamsburg, we'll go over there and get one of those. But yeah, we will be in Williamsburg next week. Williamsburg Campground, Williamsburg Thousand Trails. So if anybody's going to be in the Williamsburg Thousand Trails next week, let us know. We'd love to see you guys. Talk to you guys. We'd love to hang out with everybody. So we're there for a couple of weeks. So hit us up. Let us know on social media. Private message us. Whatever way you need to do. Let us know if you guys are going to be in Williamsburg Thousand Trails.
Rhonda's got your last question. When are you going to the chiropractor?
Maybe soon. I don't know. It's got a lot better today. I was able to stand up for about 5 minutes, so we did better. So, but we'll see. But anyway, guys, I don't want to hold you guys up past Rhonda's bedtime because I know usually she's in bed right now sleeping. So we're going to sign off on this, and we will see you guys in 2 weeks. So put it on your calendar. 2 weeks from this Wednesday, we will be in.
We'll still be here. We'll be in Williamsburg, and then 2 weeks we'll be at Endless with some people, and some people won't be there yet.
So hope to see you guys in 2 weeks. Let everybody know, please share it to as many people as you can. And we'll see you guys in 2 weeks. Thanks,
Safe
guys.
travels.